Welcome to the Sagaciti Insight how-to video guide on how to add evidence. For more information and more video guides, visit www.sagaciti.co.uk. We're starting on the dashboard here with somebody who's got 3 toolkits available, and we're going to look at the toolkit named First Assessment, and we're just going to click on that to open the RAG matrix here. In the rationale box you can see there's some evidence over there, but this is showing us which one it is, and we could select more of our toolkits from here. And looking at the view level, we're looking at principle, but we could look at approach, key element or sub-element levels. This is the title, and we get a description of the principle and the guidance that goes with the principle. This is the evidence we've entered so far in the rationale box. Click the pen icon, which opens up the editor, and you can see that you can edit the text here. You can change its color, you can format it, you can add images, lists, and also hyperlinks to other documents. The editor also has a fully functioning spell checker that defaults to British English. And once you've made your amendments, simply click Finish Checking. You can add styles, so a special container, so you can highlight existing text within it. Or you can add a separate special container, which is sometimes useful for headings or text that you want to bring particular attention to within your evidence entry. Simply click Save Evidence when done. And you can see in the rationale box now the evidence we've entered has been there. You can also click View All Evidence or the title, which takes you to the same view. And this gives us a different view where on the approaches we've clicked Show Detail. We have the description of the purpose approach and the guidance approach. And we also have a number of separate evidence boxes. Each pen icon represents a different evidence box. So, by clicking on the Show Evidence, we can see the evidence that's already there, and we can click on the pen icon to access the editor. We need to assess the statements, and having assessed the statement, identify what evidence and comments you wish to make, or which documents you wish to add, which images you wish to add. You can obviously format the text into the style that you wish. We've actually got Grammarly showing on this because that's on our systems, so we sometimes use that instead of the inbuilt spell checker. Then save the evidence, and you can see the evidence appears here, and you can hide all the evidence in all the boxes that are available. So we're going to put some more evidence in this one. The evidence boxes come with standard text on, but if your organisation, department or business has some specific needs, we can alter the titles of those to suit you. I'm deliberately entering text which will overfill the box to show you another function of the previous screen. You can choose to fill out all the evidence boxes or even none of them and just score on the radio buttons. The flexibility of the system is that you can get to actually make the assessment at whatever level you choose. You can see by clicking the show all evidence that you can now see the evidence, and in this view you can scroll through either using a mouse wheel or actually dragging the slider. And similarly you can just update the rag button. If you click on the grey rag button, it just removes the score, and as you update the scores you get a score updated indicator. Rationale's in red. The reason for this is it's visible at sub-element level on both this view and also the rag matrix view. It's flagged as red in this view so that you know it's one that's going to appear on the front end of the system as well. So again, we can hide and show all the evidence, and it only opens the boxes where there's actually evidence contained within them. If we now go back to the rag matrix view, you can see that we're seeing the principal view at the moment, and we could go via the view level to go to the approach, but I've just clicked show more detail. Show more detail again, which opens the approach beneath the principal and the key element beneath that, and if we show more detail again we get the sub element beneath that, and this is the evidence we entered in the rationale box on the previous screen that was coloured red. If we click view all evidence from here, it takes us back to that very box. So in this view we see the multiple evidence boxes at the sub-element view, but in the rag matrix view we get one box per PAX element. The rationale for the sub-element view is visible in both screens. So here we're adding rationale evidence at the key element level. And similarly, by showing more detail or viewing all evidence, we can go back. So we go back to the sub-elements that support this key element, but as I said, there's no actual rationale evidence shown in this view for the key element. I hope that's helpful and gives you some information and guidance on how to add evidence into the Sagaciti Insight software.